Welcome in everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a quick video to show you how to use the Construction Helper mod. This is a mod by Ginger Skull. It is 84 kilobytes to download. It is for PC and Mac only, unfortunately, just because it is a scripted mod. This is quite cool. Now, one mod that will work really well with this is actually the Straight Edge mod, if you wanted to put perfectly straight edges out. I'm not showing that mod off in this video, but that is another one I'd recommend download as well. So, yeah, I've got the whole map, I've got money, we're good to go. If we go into build mode, what does this actually do? So let's just place down, I know they use this in the example. Let's say we wanted to put some solar panels on our farm. And what we wanted to do is place them, in a row somewhere. That's actually, you know what? Let's do a different example here. Let's go, let's say we wanted to put some, some of these little greenhouses down. We wanted them gridded. They use that as an example. Let's use the mushroom one. So let's say we wanted to put some of these guys as a nice little grid. Now, obviously, you can have it snapping is on right now. If I hit R, it's off. I can just free place it and do however what I want to do. I can turn off, I can place it inside of things if I turn off that. But yeah, so what does this actually add? Well, if you look up there in the upper left-hand corner, it has now a coordinate display and a rotation display, which is not normally there, which is nice. Now, if I turn snapping on, I now have some other stuff going on here, which is super nice. So for one, I have global mode on right now for the coordinates. Which we'll talk about local. There's local. If I hit left alt and 3, I go to local, and then I go to global. But that's I just want to go straight across here in line with everything else. Global is going to be our best option. Local is if I wanted to maybe go do a line angle like this, which I'll demonstrate here in a second. So if I have it on global, and then also a couple of things to note here is the snap positions. So snap position 1 there is 0.1 meters. So that's how close these are going to snap, around each other. Left alt and then 1, I can change that to 0.25, and then I can change it up to 0.5, 1 meter, 2.5 meters. You can see how big that snap grid is now, and then up to 5. If I wanted these to be 5 meters apart, let's say I do want that. Let's go back up to 5 meters apart. The snap rotation, we'll get to that in a second. But yes, let's say I wanted a row of these across here. All right, 5 meters apart. Perfect. That's 5 meters right there, at least from the base point there. That should be nice. Easy peasy, and I have these guys perfectly placed from each other. I could place another one really close together, actually, if I wanted to do, if I turn that off there, if I wanted to do just these guys, very compact, not wasting any space, I can do that. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I can also do the rotation. So the rotation is currently at 15 degrees. That's the snap point for it. So if I left alt 2, I can change that to 30 degrees, so it'll rotate a little bit more. 45. And I can go 1 degree if I really want it to be just a very slight, which is kind of, not a lot there. Or I go 5, 10, back to 15, 30, 45, and so on. So now let's go to, I'm going to go to just 15 for that. Let's say I had some solar panels I wanted to put in on my farm. Let's go back up to where generators at. Here they are. Let's say I wanted to put a row of these guys in, and I wanted to put them right here, but I didn't. I want them across like this. So you can see it's kind of hard to put these guys in a line. You see how they're kind of snapping weird? You can't really place them in a line. So that's where you want to put snap mode to local. So if I do left alt 3, that'll put us on local. So now what the local has done essentially is it has rotated the entire grid to match my object. So no matter what angle I want to go, I can go across here. So if I wanted, this is the angle I wanted to do a straight line of these guys in, and then I want to change the snap position left alt 1, let's change that to, I want these guys about 1 meter apart. So if I go down here, I place the first one, okay, it's gonna rotate. This is the worst example I could have used, because it is gonna rotate, isn't it? It's gonna rotate to match the sun. Excellent. So yeah, but let's say that there I can go still in line, but I don't actually know even what is that in line with there. So this is a terrible example. Let me use something else. Let's say I wanted to I should have known that was going to rotate immediately. I was going to put a nice line of them across here. Okay, let's go. What's just like a small shed or decoration we can use here? Yeah, let's say I wanted, I don't know. I wanted to put some of these out here. No, those don't really have a front to them. Let's say I wanted to put a row of decorative these guys out here, and I wanted all the doors to be in line facing this way. So I wanted to go across this way versus if I have it on global. I can show you guys again here. If I do left alt 3, it's going to be hard for me to place them in a vertical line here. So left alt 3, if I am local, I can put a nice row of these guys across. So if I do one there, okay, I can be nice and lined up. Do another one there. So that's saying that overlaps, so I'm going to just hit B to turn that portion off. And then I can put a nice little row of those guys in there at the angle I would like them to be at, which is nice. So I can do that. And let's say I wanted to do, I wanted to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 would be what, 60? Let's say I wanted to go 90 degrees. So I have 15-degree rotations. I rotate around 90 degrees, and then I wanted to go across this way with some of them. Well, I could do one there. Make sure that's in line from above. It's a little bit easier sometimes to tell. There we go. And I can just very easily put in a nice little row of those that way, which is awesome. So I can do all sorts of things. It really kind of opens up your possibilities for placing things and placing things really neatly, which when I do farming and in Farming Simulator, I like things to be placed very neatly and organized, so you can do all sorts of stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully that gives you guys some options, and this should work with basically any building. You can organize them and set them up how you want. If you wanted to, I mean, even if you wanted to put 2 sheds really close together, right? Like, let's say you're making a row of sheds here. I'm going to put this back to global. Let's do global, and then I'm just going to go to 0 here, or 270, I guess, technically speaking. Is there a better shed for this example? Yeah, like, actually, this one's perfect here. Let's say I just wanted a row of these to kind of look like one simultaneous setup. So if I wanted to do this, put that guy in there, get this guy really, really locked in right next to that one. And then I have like a very seamless row of sheds here that this basically looks like it's one long building. It doesn't look like it's a bunch of smaller buildings. So you can do stuff like that if you really wanted to get creative and do some sort of things. Now there's a little bit, you can kind of, because there's obviously 2 objects on top of each other right there, but they're perfectly placed on top of each other, and this mod allows you to do some of that. So it's pretty cool, actually. I think this is really nifty. And again, I would recommend using the Perfect Edge mod with this in kind of cooperation with this. That way you can like really straighten out your edges, because what that allows you to do, I don't have it installed, but if I go in here and I'm painting, it only works with painting. But let's say I now wanted to make a nice row along here. Well, I have to be very careful to go along this row. And, you know, see now it's kind of off a little bit. So I got to be very careful if I wanted to paint this exactly that way. And it's easy to get off. But all you do is you hold down Shift and it'll lock you into a row. So you paint in straight lines. The only thing is you can't really go side to side. It's either up, you know, it's side to side this way or up down. You can't go like at an angle. That's the only downside with that. The painting mod, the straight edge mod, but yeah, it still makes it a lot easier to paint and make things look nice and professional, so I dig that. But yeah, both those mods be worthwhile, and yeah, that's what I got for you guys. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.